Today in this video we're going to be replacing these windows in this T5. It's already got the windows installed from previously. Could have been, it's a 2006 van, so it could have been any time since then. These ones are starting to leak and cause problems and they need to be taken out. So we're going to be removing these ones and installing some new aftermarket ones, but with a slider at the front that opens backwards. So we're going to get cracking on that and get these ones removed, and then we'll get the new ones bonded in. Okay, so first things first, we're going to get this one cut out. We've masked up around the where we're going to be cutting so we don't do any damage to any paint. And we're going to be cutting this out. What we're going to try and do is go in with our tool, feed our cheese wire to the inside, and we're going to cut round and remove this window. Now this one's a bit damaged anyway. This middle bit is already falling out of this window and it's been duct taped back in. So we're going to go inside, get rid of that first, then we're going to try and cut this window out. So we'll first off try the cheese wire method. If that doesn't work, we'll try an alternative. But this one should come out fairly easy, and it all depends on your interior trim. So your edge trim round the inside. If they've bridged the two skins together, and then they've bonded that in, really you want to try and get that edge trimming out first, because when you start cutting with the cheese wire, it'll keep catching on it. This one they haven't. They've actually just done the inside skin, so we can cut this one out a bit easier. So let's get the cheese wire out, and we'll start cutting that. As I said, this one's been duct taped in, so you can see where they've tried to do a temporary repair to hold this window in, but that is completely and utterly broken. We're going to try and remove this inside bit, do our best to get that out, and certainly remove this panel. Okay, so we're going to take that glass out, get rid of that, and now we're left with our outside window, and then we've obviously got this framework which is starting to come away from the window everywhere. We'll probably leave that in and just take that back to it, and then we'll cut this window out. So let's go around the outside, get the cheese wire out, get it cutting. Right, so first things first, we're going to get this one through here. So we're going to get our tool and we're going to push our blade through the window, and then we're going to add our cheese wire to it. This one's a square cheese wire. You can use square or you can use braided. Square will be a cleaner cut, but braided will last longer before it snaps than this one. But what we'll do is we're going to get this tool through the top here, and we're going to push it through the bonding like that. And you're going to push your tool right in, so you've got this coming through the bonding, and that gives you a bit of room there to put your wire into. So I'm going to take that back out and get our wire, fold that over the edge, put a little bit of a fold in that. And even if you're using braid, we'd always use this cheese wire to push through first, and then put that back in the same place where you've just made that hole. It's going to be tight to start with till you get that through, and then once that comes through, you've got your cheese wire there, which we can take off the end of the tool, and we can hold on to that and pull out the other one. So now we've got our cheese wire through the window bonding, and we can put a handle on either side, and we're going to cut that down, and just avoid your bodywork when you're doing it. So you're just going to come down and avoid touching that bodywork at all, and put your handle on each one. So that's going to come through. Put a handle on this one. It's easier if you've got two people, because you can have one on the inside, one on the outside, and cut the window out like that. So I'm going to put that through here, and then put a little fold back into that, put it through the hole of your handle. As you pull down on that, it will tighten up on that one, and then we can fit another one on the outside here. And we're going to put this handle on, same as the other one, put a little fold in it, drop that through there. And that's going to give us our two handles. And now what we're going to do is we're going to bring it towards us a bit so it's away from any bodywork, and we're just going to work that down through there, try and cut the bonding out. Now on this one, it is going very easy compared to normal. And what we'll do is go back up. We've got to go on the other side of this window frame now. And this is where you'll find it easier if somebody is on the inside. Then it'll get tight on these corner bits here because it has some, either have grooves for the drainage, or it'll have, if it's a factory combi window, which a lot of the ones we take out are the factory combi ones, they have metal retainers sunk into the metalwork around the place, and when you catch on one of them it can end up cutting the wire and breaking it. So these bits are a little bit tricky, but then we'll work our way across, go all the way around, and we'll do the bottom bits as well and take the whole window out, and then this will be completely removed from the van. Stick a bit of tape on before you get too far and get your plunger on, because then if the window does release, you're not going to be dropping it to the floor and causing damage. And what's happened is the cheese wire's just snapped now, and we're just re-threading that back through. Connect it back up, use this bit. If it snaps again, we'll get a fresh piece on. It's the first, but it won't be the last. Break number 2. And what we'll do is we'll just ditch that off now. So we'll undo these, take the wire out, get rid of the cheese wire, because that's just tiny, get rid of that, and we'll get some fresher. You can use braid, which is going to be difficult to show on the camera, but it's a braided material rather than the squares. Now if you use that will last longer without snapping. You'll struggle to snap the braid, but what it does, it doesn't give a clean cut. So when you're cutting the bonding, rather than it being a nice clean cut when we get this window out, the braid tends to just sort of chew it up a little bit more, and then you've got more work to prep it ready to bond the new one in. This window's coming out quite easily, so for us, we're going to carry on using the square cheese wire cutter. But if we're really starting to struggle with it, we'd move over to the braid, just so we're not having a downtime of it breaking all the time, then we keep replacing it and keep fixing it. Alright, so that's the window cut out, and now we're just going to remove that completely, and then we can take that off the van and get rid of it. Right, here we go. So we can get rid of this window now and get the new ones. Okay, we're going to be removing all of this. We're not happy with how this is. This isn't how we would do it at all. So we're actually going to be removing this, because what we would do is cut all the bonding out in between the skins, and then we bond the skins together and put an edge trim over the whole lot. How this has been done is certainly not how we would ever do it. They've sort of put a lining on the inside, bonded in between, and then bonded on the outside, but it's not been prepped very well. It's not been primed very well. We've got some issues. Look, I mean, everything is just literally, you can just pull the bonding off all the way around. So this is absolutely no good at all for rebonding a new window in. So we're gonna be pulling all those bits out, get rid of that, and then we're gonna start again, completely again. So cut all this out, pull this trim out, get this knock on edge trimming out, and pull all that out as well, right the way along. We'll cut the bond in between the skins and redo it all. Do it properly.